Three off-road titans, three different philosophies. Today, we're putting the 2025 Land Rover Defender, the Ineos Grenadier, and the Ford Ranger Raptor head-to-head in one of the toughest off-road matchups of the year. The Defender brings a blend of legendary trail capability and modern luxury, an icon reborn with high-end tech and everyday comfort. The Grenadier is a back-to-basics beast, engineered with a no-frills, go-anywhere attitude that channels the spirit of old-school overlanding. And the Ranger Raptor? It's Ford's mid-size powerhouse, built for high-speed desert runs, rock crawling, and everything in between, with serious off-road hardware and wild performance. So, which one earns the title of Ultimate Off-Road King in 2025? Stick around as we compare their powertrains, suspension setups, off-road tech, interior features, and real-world usability to help you choose your perfect trail companion. Let's get into it. This is Parth, and you are watching MotorNation. Starting up with a basic overview of each vehicle, the 2025 Land Rover Defender is a modern luxury SUV with serious off-road credentials, blending rugged capability with high-end comfort and tech. It's built for adventure, but refined enough for the daily commute. Available in multiple sizes and powertrains, the Defender is Land Rover's most versatile 4x4. While the Ineos Grenadier is a no-nonsense, back-to-basics off-roader inspired by the original Land Rover Defender. Designed for durability and real-world utility, it's built on a rugged ladder frame with serious off-road gear, and it skips the luxury for mechanical simplicity and purpose-driven design. And the 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor is a high-performance, off-road-ready version of the mid-size Ranger pickup. Designed for high-speed desert runs and trail-tackling fun, it brings big power, aggressive styling, and serious suspension upgrades to the table, all without sacrificing everyday usability. Now, let's get under the hood. The 2025 Defender continues its evolution as a luxury off-roader with muscle, offering multiple powertrains tailored to different buyers. At the heart of the range, you'll find a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4, delivering around 296 horsepower and 295 lb-ft of torque. This is your entry-level engine, suitable for daily use and moderate off-road excursions. Move up, and there's a 3.0-liter inline-6 mild hybrid, pumping out 395 horsepower and 406 lb-ft of torque. It blends smoothness, solid fuel economy, and low-end torque that's ideal for off-road traction. For those who want raw power, there's the top-tier 5.0-liter supercharged V8, good for 518 horsepower and 461 lb-ft of torque in the Defender 110, and even more in the Defender 90 V8 Carpathian Edition. It turns this luxury SUV into a high-speed off-road missile. All engines are paired with a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, known for its smooth, precise shifts. This transmission is tuned for both on-road refinement and off-road control, making the Defender remarkably balanced. Performance-wise, the Defender surprises people. Despite its weight, the V8 model hits 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, while the inline-6 gets you there in about 6.1. But this isn't just about speed, it's about torque management, traction, and adaptability. Land Rover's Terrain Response 2 system automatically adjusts throttle response, suspension, and drivetrain behavior depending on surface, sand, mud, rock, or snow. Paired with its permanent all-wheel drive, locking center and rear differentials, and air suspension, the Defender is unstoppable when the road disappears. It's the most refined of the three, without sacrificing trail capability. But its tech-laden systems may not appeal to purists who like a more mechanical, analog feel. That's where the Grenadier steps in. The Ineos Grenadier is a modern throwback. Designed to fill the gap left by the old Defender, it skips the luxury touches and complex tech, favoring mechanical simplicity and rugged durability. Under the hood, you'll find two familiar faces, thanks to BMW. A 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-six gasoline engine, producing around 282 horsepower and 332 lb-ft of torque. A 3.0-liter inline-six diesel variant is also available in some markets, offering 246 horsepower and 406 lb-ft of torque, torque being the key word for off-roaders and heavy-duty utility. Both engines are mated to the same ZF 8-speed automatic transmission found in the Defender, but here it's tuned for tougher, low-speed control, not refinement. It's paired with a 2-speed transfer case, manual locking differentials front, center, and rear, and full-time 4-wheel drive. The Grenadier isn't interested in 0 to 60 times. Instead, it focuses on torque delivery at low RPMs, crawl ratios, and control. But for the record, the petrol version does 0 to 60 in about 8.6 seconds, which is respectable for something that looks like it's ready to cross the Sahara. Its coil spring suspension, developed in partnership with Magna and Carraro, is tough but tuned for comfort over harsh terrain. The result? A vehicle that's more mechanical, less digital, and built for people who want to wrench, roam, and repeat. No air suspension. No fancy drive modes, just pure 4x4 fundamentals with real off-road geometry, short overhangs, a boxy shape, and serious approach and departure angles. If you want rugged performance with no frills, the Grenadier gives you exactly that. But what if you want performance with a bit of adrenaline? The 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor is a different beast altogether. It's less about slow and steady crawling and more about blasting through dunes, jumping ridges, and going sideways in the dirt. Let's talk numbers. Under the hood sits a 3.0-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, delivering a punchy 405 horsepower and 430 lb-ft of torque. It's the same engine found in the Bronco Raptor, tuned for high-output performance across a wide rev range. That power goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission, which offers quick, crisp gear changes and adaptive shift logic, depending on drive mode. Whether you're in Baja, mud/ruts, or rock crawl mode, it knows how to hold gears and respond instantly. Unlike the Defender or Grenadier, the Raptor is built with long-travel Fox suspension, heavy-duty skid plates, and off-road specific dampers that can absorb serious punishment at high speed. This is a desert runner first, utility vehicle second. It also includes full-time 4-wheel drive, a low-range transfer case, and locking rear and front differentials. So yes, it can crawl too, but it's really at home doing 60 miles per hour off-road, not 6. Performance-wise, the Ranger Raptor hits 0 to 60 in about 5.8 seconds, faster than you'd expect from a midsize truck. It's not just quick, it's engaging, rowdy, and fun. The exhaust has a selectable mode that lets it growl or stay quiet, depending on your mood. This isn't about luxury or legacy. It's about pushing limits and making noise. So we've seen how these three machines perform where it counts, in the dirt, on the trails, and under load. But what are they like on the inside? Because let's be real, when you're not blasting through mud or crawling over rocks, you still want a cabin that keeps you comfortable, connected, and in control. Let's step inside and see how the Defender, Grenadier, and Raptor stack up in terms of interior design, comfort, and technology. Inside the Defender, Land Rover strikes a rare balance. Premium comfort wrapped in a rugged package. The layout is clean, modern, and utilitarian without feeling basic. Exposed bolt heads, rubberized flooring, and sturdy grab handles remind you this is still an off-roader. But the materials? Soft leather, brushed metal accents, and available wood trim elevate the vibe. Seating is spacious and supportive, especially in the Defender 110 and 130, with optional heated, ventilated, and even massaging front seats. The air suspension not only improves ride quality, but also makes getting in and out smoother. In terms of tech, you get the Pivi Pro infotainment system with an 11.4-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, built-in navigation, and over-the-air updates. The digital driver display is crisp, and options like a head-up display, 360-degree camera, and clear sight ground view add serious functionality on and off the road. It's the most connected and comfortable cabin of the three, ideal for those who want to explore in style. Step into the Grenadier, and it's clear, this is a purpose-built machine. The interior is all about functionality and durability, with switchgear that feels more aircraft cockpit than SUV. Buttons are large, tactile, and designed to be used with gloves on. There's even an overhead panel with auxiliary controls. No touchscreen menus here. Materials are built to take a beating. The floors are hose-out rubber. The seats are upholstered in wipe-clean vinyl. Leather is optional, and there are plenty of tie-down points and practical storage solutions. But don't confuse basic with bare bones. The Grenadier still offers a central touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, though the system is simpler than in the Defender or Raptor. You get essentials like a reversing camera, climate control, and USB ports, but not much more. If your idea of comfort is practicality, space, and low-maintenance design, the Grenadier delivers. Just don't expect plush. Inside the Ranger Raptor, Ford has gone for a sporty meets functional design that's much more refined than you'd expect from a midsize pickup. Think bolstered seats with Raptor branding, aluminum pedals, contrast stitching, and a digitally focused cockpit that feels fresh and aggressive. Comfort-wise, the ride is firmer than the Defenders, but more compliant than the Grenadiers, especially thanks to those Fox adaptive shocks, soaking up road imperfections. The front seats are supportive and power adjustable, and the cabin is quieter than you'd expect from a truck this capable. Tech is a strong suit. A 12-inch vertical infotainment display runs Ford's SYNC4 system, paired with a 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster. You get wireless smartphone integration, voice controls, over-the-air updates, and an optional Bang & Olufsen sound system. It also packs in plenty of safety and driver assist features like adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and a surround view camera. In short, the Raptor combines performance-focused utility with modern tech and just enough comfort to make it easy to live with every day. Now that we've covered what's under the skin and what it's like inside, let's take a quick look at what these vehicles are saying on the outside. Because first impressions matter, and in the off-road world, form follows function, but style still counts. The Defender blends classic off-road shape with modern sophistication. Its upright stance, short overhangs, and boxy profile are a nod to the original, but it's been reimagined with sleek LED lighting and smooth, sculpted surfaces. It looks high-end, but still rugged enough to get dirty. Think of it as a luxury SUV in hiking boots. While the Grenadier is unapologetically old school, it wears its boxy, utilitarian design like a badge of honor. Flat body panels, exposed hinges, round headlights, and a roof rack that screams adventure. It's function first, style second, and that's exactly the point. It looks like it was built in a shed by someone who values durability over design trends. And we mean that in the best way. And the Ranger Raptor doesn't hide its intentions. With flared fenders, chunky all-terrain tires, a wide stance, and bold Raptor badging, it looks fast even when parked. The front end is all business, blacked-out grille, tow hooks, and skid plates, while the rear gets beefy bumpers and a functional bed. It's designed to intimidate the trail and maybe a few other trucks too. All right, capability? Check. Comfort? Covered. Looks? Each has its own vibe. But now it's time to talk numbers. because none of this matters if the price doesn't make sense. Let's break down how the Defender, Grenadier, and Raptor stack up in terms of pricing and overall value for money. The 2025 Defender starts around $57,000 for the base model, but pricing climbs fast. Opt for the inline-6, add options, or go for the V8, and you're looking at $80,000 to well over $115,000, depending on trim and extras. Is it worth it? If you want serious off-road performance wrapped in a luxury experience, it absolutely is. You're paying for the blend of tech, refinement, and capability, not just the badge. But make no mistake, the Defender is the priciest of the three. While the Grenadier isn't cheap either, starting at around $71,500 in the US. It doesn't have massaging seats or big screens, but what it offers is durability, mechanical simplicity, and long-term reliability in tough conditions. It's aimed at a very specific buyer, someone who values utility over tech, and who needs a workhorse more than a lifestyle accessory. If that's you, it delivers real value. But if you're chasing luxury or performance, you might feel like you're paying more and getting less. And the Ranger Raptor is the most affordable of the three, starting around $56,000. But don't let the price fool you. You get a 405 horsepower twin-turbo V6, Fox racing suspension, a fully modern cabin, and serious off-road performance that rivals vehicles costing much more. It's the best value if you're after high-speed trail fun, bold looks, and everyday usability. You're getting a lot of performance per dollar here. It doesn't have the refinement of the Defender or the purity of the Grenadier, but for many buyers, that won't matter one bit. So what's the best value? The Defender is ideal if you want to go anywhere without giving up premium comfort, but it comes at a premium price. The Grenadier is a solid investment for those who want a long-lasting, no-nonsense off-roader and don't mind paying extra for simplicity. And the Ranger Raptor? It's the performance bargain of the group, big fun, high spec, and a price that makes it a serious contender. 3 vehicles, 3 very different takes on what it means to be an off-roader in 2025. So which one's right for you? That depends on what you value most behind the wheel. So whether you're chasing luxury, legacy, or thrill rides, there's something here built for your kind of adventure. The question is, which one would you take off the beaten path? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to MotorNation for more expert car reviews, comparisons, and everything automotive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.